I'd like to call this meeting to order at 6 o'clock. Let's all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and the invocation by Pastor Pete Cordova from First Assembly of God.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Pastor Pete.
Thank you for the great privilege to do the invocation this evening. Let us pray. Heavenly Father, I come before you and I pray a blessing for our mayor and our city council, God. I pray for your wisdom and your guidance for our leaders as they conduct the business of our city. Lord, give them guidance, direct them and lead them. Your word tells us to pray for our leaders, that Lord, we may lead quiet and peaceable lives and for the city to prosper. So I pray for wisdom for them as they make decisions that will affect the welfare and the future of the city of Douglas. Thank you, God, that we have a resource that we can turn to, and blessed is the nation whose God is Lord. And I thank you for the great privilege of living in the city, God, and I thank you for the leaders we have, and I just believe that you're going to lead them and give them wisdom that they need for all the decisions that they have to make. And I pray all this in the name of Jesus, and everyone said, amen. God bless you.
Pastor B, can you tell us, I know you've done this before, but can you remind us where your church is located and your mission and your times of services?
Yes, I've been delighted to be there. I'm the pastor of Douglas First Assembly of God, located on 13th Street in the Lords, and I've been pastoring there for the last 11 years. And we want to be a part of this community and ministry with as many people as we can and as many things as we can. It's a great joy to be involved in any way that the Lord opens up the doors for us. And I've done these vocations and I've been involved in other things. And thank you each and every one of you for your service and for the opportunity to be part of this council.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Item number 4, roll call.
Mayor Jose.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Dania Acosta. Councilmember Rosa Rodriguez.
Present.
Councilmember Jose Montaño.
Here.
Councilmember Ray Johnson.
Here.
Councilmember Terry Dillon.
Here.
Councilmember Richard Acosta.
Okay.
City Manager Anna Key.
Present.
City Attorney Dennis Givens.
Present.
And City Treasurer Alejandro Martinez.
Here.
Here.
I believe Mayor Pro Temp is running late. She was supposed to be on call, right? Okay. Let us know when she connects, please. Thank you.
Mayor, I'm online.
Ms. Acosta, can you please provide the passcode?
1008W3.
And what is your location?
Traveling to Phoenix.
Is anyone with you?
No.
Thank you.
Thank you. Item number 5, events update.
This month, October, is going to be full of fun, moving special events for all ages. And you can pick up a calendar like this one at the library or visit our Facebook and Instagram pages to look for more information. Mondays, we have relaxing activities like crafts, puzzles, board games, and more. And that is from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. for all ages. Tuesday, we have our Speed Club, and we do different activities each week. This month, we're doing special Halloween ones, like a Halloween snack, crafts, slime, and the other like the schools at the end of the month. And that is at 3:30 p.m. We also have movies every Wednesday with popcorn and juice, and that is at 3 p.m. for kids and teens. Thursday, we have story time for the little ones. That is at 11 a.m. every single Thursday. We sing, we read, we dance, and we have playtime activities. We also have a special Halloween paint night for adults, and that is going to be the 17th of October at 5 p.m. You can register by calling us or stopping by the library, and the materials are included for that. We also have our special kids Halloween party, and that is the 24th of October at 5 p.m. Come in costume and come ready to play and win some candy. We will also be here for trick or treating the 31st of October from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. So you can stop by the library, say hi, and pick up some candy. And again, we can make calendars so you don't miss out on any of our activities. Put this on your fridge and make sure you visit the library this month for lots of fun special Halloween activities. Bye-bye.
Hello from the Recreation and Aquatics Departments. We're excited to share all our upcoming events with you for the month of October. Keep the fun going all year long. Join us at the City of Douglas Aquatic Center for our fall and winter aquatics programs. Join us, if you dare, for a haunted night at the Aquatic Center pool. Bring a floaty to relax in the water, curl up poolside as we show the chilling horror film Insidious on October 11th, 2025. The City of Douglas Aquatic Center will be hosting another session of swim lessons this November. Stay on the lookout for afternoon swim lesson demonstration that will open on November 3rd, 2025. Our 8th Street pool is now closed for the season, but don't worry, we'll be making a splash again Memorial Day weekend 2026. So mark your calendars and get ready for another great summer. In the meantime, Lab Swim is open and ready to serve your fitness needs. Join us Monday through Friday from 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. and again in the evening from 6:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. And we'll also open on Saturdays from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Stay active, stay healthy, and we'll see you at the pool. Next, we'll be hosting our Senior Citizen Movie Night on October 23rd, starting at 4 p.m. at Pioneer Village at the Coronado Courts on 18th Street between Bonita and Carmelita Avenue. The movie will start at 5 p.m. and is completely free to attend. We'll also have free food, music, and plenty of fun, so bring your family and friends for a great evening. Then on Friday, October 24th, join us for National Night Out at 1000 Morenchi Avenue, starting at 5 p.m. Spend the evening connecting with our local law enforcement and enjoy giveaways, face painting, games, a rock wall, and amazing food vendors. It's going to be a night full of community fun. Next up, mark your calendars for the 10th Annual Douglas Fly-In on October 25th, starting bright and early at 7 a.m. at the Douglas Municipal Airport, located at 3200 West 10th Street. Kids ages 8 to 17 can apply to become a young eagle and experience a free flight with local pilots. Plus, grab a breakfast burrito and drink for just $10 while we watch the planes take off. Also on October 25th, Thunder Mountain Wrestling will be holding an event at Paul Huber Middle School 5:30 p.m. VIP tickets will be $20 and meet and greet will start at 3:30 p.m. Then, on October 30th, join us for our Dia de los Muertos celebration on G Avenue, in 9th and 11th Streets from 5:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. There will be food, music, and cultural displays for everyone to enjoy. If you'd like to join us as a vendor, scan the QR code or contact us for more information. And finally, our most anticipated event of October, Trunk or Treat. Join us on October 31st at Evans Memorial Park, located on Florida Avenue between 5th and 8th Streets. The fun begins at 4 p.m. with autism accommodations starting at 3:30 p.m. Bring your best costumes, your candy bags, and get ready for a night of spooky fun. We can't wait to see you at all these great events and celebrate the season together. From all of us at the Douglas Recreation and Aquatics Departments, happy October.
Thank you. Item number 6, Mayor and Council Member updates and or reports. I'll go in order because I think we have a few. So Mrs. Rodriguez from Ward 1.
Yes, so very quickly, I want to share that we had the Donuts and Dialogue event this past Saturday. Unfortunately, we didn't have the turnout that we liked, but thank you to Mrs. Ida Pedrego. She had a lot of important information to share, and we will definitely get back to her on some of her questions. So I do plan on having another event. And hopefully, I please invite everybody to come. It's an informal event. It's really just to have a conversation and a dialogue about what you as the constituents of Douglas want for your community. It's important to have your voice heard. So please, we'll be planning another event and everybody's welcome.
Thank you. Mr. Montaño, any updates? Mayor Pro Tem Acosta, any updates? I'll take that as a no. Mr. Shelton, any updates?
No.
We're very thankful you made it back from your trip. We missed you. Mrs. Dillman?
Actually, yes, I have a few. Since being sworn into office, I kind of hit the ground running. And I've been to a lot of events, and I went to the Mariachi Festival at the 10th Street Park. This event was very well attended. There were many vendors, and the mariachi performances were outstanding. I want to thank the city for all their hard work and all that they did to put that event together. I then went to the mayor and managers luncheon at the golf course. That was really great to see all the cities come together, and they shared what was going on in their areas and invited us also to all their events, just as we would love them to come to ours. I also went to the closing exhibit reception for the ceramics of the borderlands, which was held at the Mexican consulate in Douglas. And that event was also well attended. It was pretty much standing room only. And the pieces were so very well done. They have a lot of talented individuals in our community. I enjoyed reading each piece and what it represented. And I want to thank Cochise College, A. Villarreal, the students, instructors, and the Mexican consulate for putting that exhibit together. It was very, very well done. I also went to Douglas in Motion, which is the appreciation lunch for the city employees. I just want to thank the city employees for all their hard work and their dedication to this community. You are a vital part to the success of this community and this city. And for me, the city can't run efficiently without all of you. And I want to just thank you again for all the work that you do. And we also I went to the chat with the mayor at Aguilon. We had 7 constituents, so that was pretty good. We received a lot of informative feedback, and I want to thank everyone who attended. We did hear kind of secondhand that Pima Hart is pulling out of Power Queen. And I just would like that to be looked into if we could.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Acosta?
Yes, just real quick, I also did have a Q&A for my constituents from Ward 6 back on September 20th at the Country Club. Unfortunately, we did have one constituent show up. It was from Ward 5, but we did have a very important dialogue with her. And I want to thank the people for attending, and Cynthia for getting the pastries and the coffee ready. And again, I will have another one here soon, and it will be announced. At least give you guys 2 to 3 weeks notice. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you. I want to also mention Meet the Mayor Boudron with Mrs. Dillman. Actually, when they picked me up, staff said that we had 12. There was a few in behind you. But it's a good turnout, mostly Ward 2, and you said Ward 5. I just want to mention the Cochise College and also the night of the mariachi night. Very appreciative of the Consulado. They work well with us. We have a great partnership. And I want to thank Rita Vargas for doing the grito on both occasions. These are kind of out of order. I was trying to remember what I did for the past month. The Hermosillo trip yesterday was a success. We got a timeline for the resolution for more or less their progress. Mexico wants to also be a part of our technical meeting, so they want to know what we're doing on this side to complement their side. Pastor Pete left, but I wanted to thank him for the Pastor Appreciation Dinner invitation. The pastors from Douglas all attended. They all networked together, if you want to call it that, at dinner. We had the DHS Bible Club also show up, which was very great. But they gave us some ideas on what we can do, and I'll take that up with the city manager, but it was very much appreciated. We had a meeting with Primavera, with the Veterans Fair in November. We are going to be lending them our ACT building just for the event. We appreciate their partnership with the city. They're gonna be inviting veterans from all over, really the region. You know, those who can come from Texas, those who can come from New Mexico, those who can come from Arizona. So let's be ready to greet our veterans with the greeting they deserve. I also met with Synergy Home Care that day, and they're also setting up a physical shop here in Douglas. They're gonna have a building which will be close to the Cawson, hopefully. And if we have a senior center there, they said it can complement well, they can do some senior activities with us, so that's gonna be great. The Mexican Baseball Festival, like it was mentioned, was a great success. There was some miscommunication by the city with Ms. Herman and her dancers, but we'll be making that up to them. So want to apologize publicly, but we'll also try to make it up to them. We had a great binational meeting in Cananea. I also met with them Oaxaca Mezcal reps in September also. To hopefully start a partnership with them. They want to set up a distribution center here in Douglas, and hopefully we can make that happen. Maybe with the help of the IDA, I presented during the IDA that idea. It was on the same day, right after the meeting, you guys were having your meeting. So lots of good stuff happening, as you've all heard. Ross is opening on Saturday. Let's make it a big deal. Let's, flood there and, buy all their merch. So then all the other stores can say, hey, Douglas has money and has the population. Let's go set up there. So it's going to be, can't wait to see everybody there.
Mayor?
Take your umbrella so we can go shop there. Item
Mayor?
number 7. Yes, ma'am.
Sorry about that. I was trying to unmute the wrong phone. It wasn't working. But if I could just make a statement just for my updates for this month, which isn't very big.
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you. Again, thank you everybody for all the support, all the people who reached out. I am finishing up Leadership Academy, and I was thinking, hearing everybody's report and with some of those public outreach efforts, I'd love to combine efforts with, every council member, and maybe, we can take turns 2 at a time in meeting people. It just seems like we need to try to gain more interest, right, into these civic meetings and let people know that their voice does matter. So just a suggestion on my part, but I look forward to coming back and continuing my service and dedication to our community. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Acosta. Item number 7, presentation of awards. Item A, certificate of recognition to Brian Toscano for breaking the Douglas High School swim record for the 100-meter butterflies. Before I want to say a few words. He's also a member of our rec staff, so he's represented not only the city well, but also, or the district, but also the city. We do appreciate him and all the members of the swim team. So I'm actually going to wait until the presentation for the call to the public, because then I will be mentioning the rest of the swim team. So item number 8.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just for the record, Dennis Fitzgibbon stepped out and we got to the Lucci.
Okay. Welcome, Mrs. Vanucci. Item number 8, persons wishing to address the council in writing or verbally on any item not on the agenda. So we'll start off with the swim team. This is for Brian, also in recognition of an outstanding athletic achievement in breaking the Douglas High School swim record for the 50-yard freestyle and the 100-yard butterfly, as well as contributing to record-breaking performances in the 200-yard medley relay and the 200-yard freestyle relay. Also recognizing Gerardo Burgos in recognition of outstanding athletic achievement contributing to breaking the Douglas High School swim records in the 200-yard medley relay and 200-yard freestyle relay. Evan Peña in recognition of outstanding athletic achievement contributing to breaking the Douglas High School swim records in the 200-yard medley relay and the 200-yard freestyle relay. Gabriel Acosta in recognition of outstanding athletic achievement contributing to breaking the Douglas High School swim record in the 200-yard freestyle relay. and Alim Lopez in recognition of outstanding achievement contributing to breaking the Douglas High School swim record in a 200-yard medley relay. This is the whole relay team. And I just want to say we're very proud of you all. You know, a lot of the times the attention comes to the council and the mayor when it's in reality, you all are ambassadors for the city, going to other cities, going to other schools and representing us. And we just want to, this is just our token of appreciation, saying thank you for all your hard work. And we wish you the best. Hopefully, you know, if you're seniors, you will stay in Douglas. We'll have job opportunities for you to stay here. And if you have a few more years, then hope anything we can do to help you out and helping represent the city, you just let us know. There's no distinguishing city and school, in my opinion, because when you come into Douglas, you see on city property, home of the Bulldogs. So we're all Bulldogs and we're very proud of you. So if you could come up and have council go down also for a photo op. You guys in the middle. Photography, tell us how to stand. You good? Sir. I also wanted to mention the proud adult in the back room, like a parent, is our own David Martinez. He's the coach for the swim team. So let's give him. Item 9. This is the boring part. So if you guys want to stay, you can stay. If you want to take off, we don't blame you. If it's okay with the council, I'd like to move item G. Item G, which is the first reading with the school district, just so the school district doesn't, yes. Oh, I forgot about that. Do we have anybody?
Well, you invited me. So.
You're always invited.
So I'm here to talk to you guys about a couple of things.
Can you state your name, ma'am?
Oh, yes. My name is Kathleen Domans. I'm the Dutchess County Supervisor for District 2, which includes Douglas, my home county. So, today you all, the mail-in ballots for the jail tax, which is going to be on November the 4th, is going to be sending out. You guys all should be receiving it. And I'm here to really plead with the community. We didn't vote for the jail tax last year, I think probably because it was for 25 years. And it was an all mail-in ballot. A lot of people didn't get to vote on the day of the election. I come here, I'm not gonna, it's a lot of information, but I think that what I need to do is plead to the people on why this is so important. If we do not pass this jail tax, Let me tell you, the issue's not over. That jail is 40 years old. It's in total disrepair. We just had to spend $500,000 on the fire alarm because there was no sound. If you can imagine, back in the 70s, your phone, right? It was rotary phone. And now you look at your phones and they're a computer. That's kind of the situation with this jail. We have electric panels that don't serve, so all the doors that don't open, you have to open them with a key in case of a fire. That's going to be disastrous. 65% of the people who are in the county jail have mental health issues. The county jail is a county jail, right? Sometimes many of us make mistakes. Our brothers or cousins, whatever, end up in county jail. It's not a prison. And you can take a tour. The sheriff will give you a tour. It's the most horrible thing I've ever seen. The mental health cells are something like out of a 1901 horror movie, black and white movie. It's frightening. We have a moral obligation to provide a safe environment, not only for the inmates, but 46% of the staff come from Douglas. So we have a moral obligation to make it safe for them. If we don't pass this jail, what will happen is that the state and the federal government will come down. They will mandate that we renovate it. We will have to take all the inmates to Pinal County. That will cost $9 million a year just in transportation. Because then we'll have to bring them back to Bisbee to hear their court case and take it back. Family members won't be able to visit them. That's not including how much the Pinal County system will charge us a day. It's something like about anywhere from $96 to $300, depending on what the violation is. So what happens then is that we will be mandated to fix it. We will have to raise property taxes. Only 41% of Cochise County actually people own property. We have not raised property taxes since 1993. Last year, the Board of Supervisors did increase that 2% increase. We rescinded it. I was nervous thinking, oh, this is a lot of money. It was only $623,000. If you imagine it was going to cost us $40 to $50 million to renovate the jail, and it will only last for maybe 5 to 10 years, we will spend at least $9 million a year in transportation, probably another $10 million in the cost of what we would have to pay to have them stay there. And all that money is going to go for a building that we're going to have to redo anyway. When that happens, we're going to have to cut services. So we're going to have to cut services for county roads, for the Department of Health, for the judicial system, for the emergency system, for public works, for libraries. I can go on and on. I think you understand what I'm saying. Please don't put us in that situation. Our budget is $281 million. 200 million of that is in grants. So our budget is actually only 81 million. Now, the state mandates that we can only have a budget of 83 million based on our population. So this is going to be a serious issue. It will not go away if we don't vote for the jail tax. It actually will put this county in dire financial straits. And everyone is, especially property owners. I mean, you can imagine if 2% increase only represents $623,000 and we have to raise $40 million. What are we going to do? A sales tax is really evenly distributed. In our jails, 25% of the people are from out of the county. So this 5.5% increase is spread throughout people who pass on I-10, stop, get gas. Unfortunately, people out there, El Dorado Days is coming, so all those tourists are going to pay for it. So that is the best, fairest way for doing it, fairest way for us to do it. And let me tell you, it is going to be really, really dire if we don't pass this jail tax. We will be trying to think. There's so many things that will happen. It's just a necessity. It's something that the jail was never made constructed properly, and now we're paying the prices. We figured out that we could pay this off in 10 to 14 years. If we have to go through property taxes, that's going to probably be something like a 20 to 25 year bond that we'll have to get. The bond then will have a more higher interest rate. Right now, we're looking at maybe a 4%. And we feel, I mean, we're promising to pay this off in 10 to 11 years. Then the tax will go away, because this tax is only going to be done for the construction of the jail. Any of the operation maintenance is gonna come out of our general fund. So it's a serious situation, and I really wanted people to understand that this will not go away. If we pass this jail tax, this is gonna be the most fairest. We'll get it done, we'll get it built, and we plan to build this jail for 75 to 100 years. We have a plan for maintenance. We're gonna have 2 county, from Public Works employees to be there on the side of the jail. So what we see that's happened now will never happen again. So that is one thing I'm here to plead with the community of Douglas to please vote for this. It's gonna be the best thing for us. We can continue. We want to do economic development. We don't want to increase taxes. It's the worst way to do it. And so I'm here to hopefully convince the people of this community that this is the best thing, because 46% of our people here in Douglas work in that jail. So that is that. And then I wanted to come here because I know you guys are talking about the charter. And I have just a little bit, having my father, who was also a mayor back in 2008. I think changing the city charter gives us a chance to build a stronger, fairer local government. By moving to at-large wards, every council member represents the entire city, not just one neighborhood. That means decisions will be made with the good of the whole community in mind. Resources can be shared more fairly, and our leaders will work together. At the same time, paying a mayor's salary recognizes the reality that being a mayor is a big job with big responsibilities, more than a part-time role. It requires time, focus, and dedication. A salary means the mayor can focus fully on leading our city, not juggle other jobs. It also allows people from all walks of life to run, not just those who are retired, to serve in this important role. And with pay comes accountability. Taxpayers can expect a mayor who's fully committed to representing our city and getting results. Having a mayor-led city also ensures that leadership is directly accountable to the people, not just to staff and professional staff to carry out the day-to-day work. The mayor brings the voice of voters into every decision. This balance strengthens both efficiency and democracy, making sure policies reflect community priorities. These changes aren't just about government structure, they're about making sure our city is represented fairly, led effectively, and set up for success in the years ahead. The last thing I want to talk about is, you guys are going to be annexing, and that's great. But I think there also has to be a good process in which you communicate with the county and with those people who are impacted by your annexation. For instance, Sunnyside Fire Department. They are in a real bind now because they passed their budget. And in that budget was breathing apparatus, things for their, carrying on their back, and that all expired this year. So they didn't know this annexation was going to take place. Their budget passed. And now they're not prepared for having lost all that income. So I plan to help them annex to Silver Creek and Glen Road to try to make up for that loss. But I think even though we all are in a competition in a sense for money, we need to work as a whole community. And I want to bring up 2 things. You guys have created 2 county islands. That means that those are places that are not served by the city, but are in your municipality. We as a county can't serve those people. I've heard from them. The 2 islands are out by the Jewish cemetery and also at the end of Bell Run, right where the apartment buildings are, those rows of townhouses. So I would implore you guys to do the right thing and annex those 2 islands because it actually is illegal. There's a statute, Arizona statute that says that is illegal to do. And so, into providing service for your people in Douglas, you need to annex them and provide them services of fire and emergency and water. We can't do that. We can't come into Douglas and provide those. So I would like to leave that with you as something that you may take up in the next couple of meetings and consider annexing those items. And with that, I appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I'd like to direct staff, at least, let's get a meeting together with the county about those issues with the annexation, just so we can know what's going on. I'll do item 9 really quick. Anyone else? Mrs. Rolls? Item 9, discussion decision on approval of consent agenda items. A through K, expenditures for the month of September twenty twenty-five totaling $3,823,486.13. B, meeting minutes for September tenth and 16th, 2025. C, Board of Adjustment appointment of Jose Montaño. D, Finance Committee appointment of Terry Dillman as an ex officio member. E, Public Safety Personnel Retirement System Board Member, Police appointment of Ana Urquijo. F, acknowledgement and acceptance of technical assistance from the Environmental Protection Agency and participation in the Recreation Economies and Rural Communities Program. G, resolution number 25-1692, a resolution of the mayor and council of the city of Douglas, Cochise County, Arizona, authorizing the city of Douglas to accept grant funding and enter into an agreement with the state of Arizona Governor's Office of Highway Safety for a reimbursable grant in the amount of $33,600 for DUI impaired enforcement overtime. Item H, resolution number 25-1693, a resolution of the mayor and council of the city of Douglas, Cochise County, Arizona, authorizing the city of Douglas to accept grant funding and enter into an agreement with the state of Arizona Governor's Office of Highway Safety for reimbursable grant in the amount of $12,000 for the occupant protection enforcement overtime. Item I, resolution number 25-1694, a resolution of the mayor and council of the city of Douglas, Cochise County, Arizona, authorizing the city of Douglas to accept grant funding and enter into an agreement with the state of Arizona Governor's Office of Highway Safety for a reimbursable grant in the amount of $42,466 for the department's selective traffic enforcement program, STEP, overtime and materials and supplies. Item J, resolution number 25-1695, a resolution of the mayor and council of the city of Douglas, Cochise County, Arizona, authorizing the execution of design services contract to Stantec Consulting Services, Inc. for proposed city of Douglas sanitary sewer design and agency permitting for the West Douglas Utilities expansion, North Kings Highway between State Route 80 and West Puzzy Ranch Road located in Cochise County, Arizona. And item K, resolution number 25-1696, a resolution of the mayor and council of the city of Douglas, Cochise County, Arizona, authorizing the execution of a third-party materials testing and inspection services contract to Quality Testing LLC for SR-80 West Douglas Utilities Expansion Project from Copper Avenue to Cochise Community College located in Cochise County, Arizona. May I have a motion to approve the consent agenda items?
Mayor,
Mr. Acosta?
I move that the mayor and council approve item 9A through K consent agenda items.
Do I have a second?
Second.
I'll give it to Mr. Shelton because he's back. Motion by Mr. Acosta, second by Mr. Shelton. Any discussion? Thank you to the police department, all those grants. Thank you for all your hard work on that. If there's no discussion, a roll call, please.
Councilmember Rodriguez,
Yes.
Councilmember Montaño,
Yes.
Councilmember Shelton,
Yes.
Councilmember Dolan,
Yes.
Councilmember Acosta,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Acosta,
Yes.
Mayor,
Yes, motion passes. As I mentioned earlier, is it okay if we move item G? So the school district doesn't have to stay up until the end of the meeting? Is that okay with us? Okay, so we'll move to item G. First reading of ordinance 25-1223, an ordinance of the mayor and council of the city of Douglas, Cochise County, Arizona, authorizing the execution of a property exchange agreement with the Douglas Unified School District number 27 for sections of real property identified as the Douglas Aquatic Center, the old segregated historical school, and other vacant parcels in exchange for sections of real property identified as the Armando de Lucas football and Copper King baseball stadiums, establishing severability of components of ordinance and establishing an effective date thereof. Mr. Pedrosa.
Good evening, Mayor, members of council. The DUSD School District approached the city about ownership of the football and baseball stadiums in order to provide the ability for future improvements of both fields. The city owns the aquatic center on DUSD land and also seeks similar abilities to have control of the property. Both agencies agreed to continue to pursue future IGAs to allow continued shared use of the facilities if this property transfer were to happen. Other properties are included as part of the exchange, and we'll go over those to provide an equal land value for just about equal for the properties. Through the property exchange agreement presented to you as part of this packet, DUSD and the city agreed to exchange the following properties. DUSD would get the football and baseball fields, but excludes the parking lot and the Monchi Locales Little League field. There would need to be a survey that would need to parcel out that, because that is one large parcel that encompasses the Joe Cosby Park, as well as those ball fields. The city would get the aquatic center, that includes the aquatic center parking lot, the racquetball course, basketball court in the back, and the vacant land east of that basketball court. The city would also get the old unutilized segregated historic school on 4th Street and F Avenue, as well as 6 other vacant parcels. The 6 vacant parcels basically, for the most part, provide an opportunity for the city to conduct flood control and possibly groundwater well projects within those parcels. A lot of them are in flood areas, as well as other potential development. The complete parcel list isn't included in the packets, and it's part of the exhibit. The baseball and football stadiums and the aquatic center will require a survey, as mentioned, and basically that would be at cost for each of the entities to absorb. The agreement, we came up with the value of the property based on Cochise County assessed land valuations and estimates based on the acreage of the football field. It's not based on the assets on top of the land. Obviously, that's worth a lot more. We just compared it for the land values. Basically, the DUSD owned properties to the city would total 435,282, and the city property to be transferred to DUSD would be $438,058. So very almost equal there. The properties are close in value, and both would agree that the exchange would occur without any monetary transfer, except each party's responsible cost, which would be again attributed to the survey and any related closing costs. The parties would agree that the exchange will give greater control over the recreational facilities for the respective uses. The agreement also calls for the existing IGAs to be terminated, because obviously right now they exist with the facts that the city owns the land and provides use for the schools and vice versa on the aquatic center. And calls for new IGAs to be formed to reflect the desired continued shared use of those facilities. City would recommend equitable exchange of the property with the DUSD and continued partnership and vision towards the betterment of the city's recreational facilities. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Pedrosa. May I have a motion to approve the placement of ordinance 25-1223?
Mayor,
Mrs. Rodriguez?
I move that the mayor and council approve the placement of ordinance number 25-1223 by number and title only.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Motion by Mrs. Rodriguez, second by Mr. Montaño. Before we begin discussion, I want to make it clear with legal, that legal, because we do have district employees up there, is not a conflict of interest unless we are getting some monetary compensation or anything back. So we're not getting anything back, anybody in council, it's just between the school districts and the city. So just want to make that clear. Correct, Mrs. Vanucci?
Correct.
Thank you. Any discussion?
Mayor,
Mrs. Urquijo?
before we start with the discussion, I want to also clarify, there's a Douglas comment on the attachment that shows the equal value and the comparable value exchange. that we are still working on clarifying, what parcel is split into two parcel number and parcel A. And part of that is Commissioner Child Parent, organization, and embedded into that, that parcel that was listed as the first Saturday that's being done. So we're with real estate and trying to figure that out. But I would, just ask Mr. Douglas, I would continue to work with the USC staff to clarify what we need to do. I think the title search is what we're, working on. But at the end of the day, if for some reason that cannot be identified, maybe swap out something else to leave us at kind of an even exchange. So I just wanted to clarify what that is on the bottom of the exhibit. Thank you.
Thank you. Any discussion from council? You know, just from, because I did tour the grounds, you know, the baseball stadium with Mr. Soto. They did fix up the football stadium. We're still the owners of the land. And then I did get complaints about the baseball stadium. And, you know, they're the tenants, right? We're the landowners. So it was our responsibility, and it's our budget's pretty thin, you know, as far as fixing up another field. So this is how sort of the discussion, why they wanted it from a long time ago. So then they could be responsible for it. Last thing we want as a city is for a baseball team not to want to come and play here because of the clubhouse's conditions that are not the best and the bleachers which are not the best. So just putting it out there on the conditions of the field and the bleacher, not the field, the clubhouses and the bleachers. Mr. Soto, any comments?
Can I add something, Mayor? So just like you said, and on another note, in addition to what you just mentioned, that, you know, we want the facilities to be used by the community, or in this case, by outside members of the community, such as the baseball event we just had. But more importantly, it's for the safety of all that use the facilities. It is in dire need of a lot of renovations. So I just want to make that a point that it's for the betterment of all parties.
Thank you.
And, Mr. Mayor,
Mr. Pedrosa?
clarification also that we are working with the school district to search up those agreements on that parcel for the first segregated school in Douglas. Before we actually do the title report, so we'll search up some agreements and see what those particular conditions are, why that parcel is embedded with a circular parcel within it. We're gonna get you that information.
Okay, thank you. Other discussion, council? No, there's no more discussion. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Rodriguez.
Yes.
Councilmember Patton.
Yes.
Councilmember Johnson.
Yes.
Councilmember Dillon.
Yes.
Councilmember Acosta.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Acosta.
Is she muted?
Mayor Pro Tem Acosta. Mayor.
Yes, motion passes.
An ordinance of the mayor. and
Sorry about
council of Wichita County, Arizona. Authorizing the execution of a property exchange agreement with the Douglas Unified School District number 27 for sections of real property identified as the Douglas Aquatic Center, Old Third Grade Historic School, and other vacant land parcels in exchange for sections of real property identified as the Armando de Lucas Football and Carlos King Baseball Stadium. Establishing conservability of the proposed ordinance and establishing an effective date thereof.
Thank you. May I have a motion to approve the first reading of ordinance 25-1223?
Mayor,
Mr. Montaño,
Move that the mayor and council approve the first reading of ordinance number 25-1223, place it on second reading by number and title.
do you have a second?
Second.
Motion by Mr. Montaño, second by Mr. Shelton. Any discussion?
Mayor.
Mrs. Acosta?
Yes, thank you. Sorry about that. I got muted by staff and I couldn't figure out how to unmute myself from my end. But I agree with everything that has been discussed as far as being a benefit to the community overall. You know, I know that we have a few council members who have, you know, who are still working for the district or have worked in the past, but you know, everything that I know that the city staff looks into, they do it with the best interest of our community. So I have confidence in that. Thank you for the opportunity to make that heard.
Thank you. And I'd like to mention, we still have to kind of ask the permission for the school district for the Naranjeros game. So now it's not going to change anything. We still, but Mr. Soto is a Naranjeros fan, so we don't have, I don't think there's a problem with that. If there's no more discussion, roll call, please.
Councilmember Rodriguez?
Yes.
Councilmember Montaño?
Yeah.
Councilmember Shelton?
Yeah.
Councilmember Dolan?
Yes.
Councilmember Aragosa?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Aragosa?
Yes.
Mayor?
Yes, motion passes.
An ordinance of mayor and council of the city of Douglas, Orange County, Arizona, authorizing the execution of a property exchange agreement with the Douglas Unified School District number 27 for sections of real property identified as the Douglas Aquatic Center, the old segregated historic school, and other vacant land parcels in exchange for sections of real property identified as the Marco de Lucas football and Capuchin baseball stadiums, establishing severability of components of ordinance and establishing an effective date thereof.
Thank you. And thank you, Ms. Trinita. Thank you, Mr. Soto. We'll move back to item 10A, first reading of ordinance number 25-1217, an ordinance of the mayor and council of the city of Douglas, Cochise County, Arizona, amending chapter 8.20 of the Douglas Municipal Code specifically as to section 8.28.020 relating to general prohibitions, establishing severability of components of ordinance and establishing an effective date thereof. Ms. Acuña Robles?
Chapter 8, white staff decided to bring back section 8.28.020, allowing for special occasion celebration. The amendment for instance is to allow the community members to host special occasion gatherings and parties to extend such until 12 o'clock p.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. The amendment reflects the community's desire to support social interaction and celebration while still maintaining reasonable quiet hours during the night hours on other days of the week stated in section 8.28.02083. All other provisions of section 8.28.020 shall remain unchanged, except the reference to prohibited hours in subsection 8.3 shall be revised to begin after 10 p.m. and not before 10 p.m. to ensure consistency with the amendment.
Thank you. May I have a motion to approve the ordinance 25-1217?
Mayor,
Mr. Acosta?
I move that the mayor and council approve placement of ordinance number 25-1217 by number and title only.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Motion by Mr. Acosta, second by Mrs. Rodriguez. Any discussion? There's no discussion. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Rodriguez.
Yes.
Councilmember Montaño.
Yes.
Councilmember Shelton.
Yes.
Councilmember Dolan.
Yes.
Councilmember Aragosa.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Aragosa.
Yes.
Mayor.
Yes, motion passes.
An ordinance of the mayor and council of the city of Douglas, Cochise County, Arizona, amending chapter 8.20 of the Douglas Municipal Code, specifically as to section 8.28.020 relating to general prohibitions, establishing severability of component of ordinance and establishing an effective date thereof.
Thank you. May I have a motion to approve the first reading of ordinance 25-1217?
Mayor,
Mrs. Rodriguez?
I move that the mayor and council approve the first reading of ordinance number 12-1217, sorry, and to place it on a second reading by number and title only.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Motion by Mrs. Rodriguez, second by Mr. Montaño. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Councilmember Rodriguez.
Yes.
Councilmember Montaño.
Yeah.
Councilmember Shelton.
Yes.
Councilmember Dolan.
Yes.
Councilmember Aragosa.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Aragosa.
Yes.
Mayor?
Yes, motion passes.
Ordinance of the mayor and council of the city of Douglas, Cochise County, Arizona, amending chapter 8.20 of the Douglas Municipal Code, specifically as to section 8.20 relating to general prohibition of establishing severability of the components of ordinance and establishing an effective date thereof.
Thank you. Item B, first reading of ordinance number 25-1218, an ordinance of the mayor and council of the city of Douglas, Cochise County, Arizona, authorizing the abandonment without compensation of a portion of the city right-of-way located on East 16th Street as legally described in Exhibit A to BW Gas and Convenience Real Estate LLC pursuant to abandonment agreement entered into by the parties, establishing severability of components of ordinance and establishing an effective date thereof. Ms. Gonzalez?
Mayor? Just to, for the record, it has exited and Dennis is back.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor, members of the council. So we have been in communications, the city with, owner's representative of BW Gas and Convenience Real Estate LLC for approximately 3 months, discussing the owner's interest in obtaining by way of abandonment a portion of East 16th Street, abutting the 2 parcels mentioned in the ordinance for the development of a gasoline station and convenience store. So we have been meeting with the representatives of the owner to provide zoning verification letters, to gather information for the city's development review team and to answer questions. Staff is recommending approval of first reading, and I would like to state that we are still working through some language changes potentially in the abandonment agreement, and those will be brought during the second reading.
Thank you. Before we begin, can somebody turn on these lights? Is it that side or this side? This side. Thank you. Just because everybody's lighted behind Ms. Gonzalez and she's the one talking and the light's not hitting her. Thank you. May I have a motion to approve the placement of ordinance 25-1218?
Mr. Mayor,
Mr. Shelton?
I move the mayor and council approve the placement of ordinance number 25-1218 by number and title only.
Do I have a second?
I second.
Motion by Mr. Shelton, second by Mrs. Dillman. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call please.
Yes.
Councilmember Webb?
Yes.
Councilmember Johnson?
Yes.
Councilmember Dillon?
Yes.
Councilmember Acosta?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Acosta?
Yes.
Mayor?
Yes, motion passes.
An ordinance of the mayor and council of the city of Douglas, Cochise County, Arizona, authorizing the abandonment without compensation of a portion of the city right of way located on East 16th Street as legally described in Exhibit A to BW Gas and Convenience Real Estate LLC pursuant to abandonment agreement entered into by the parties, establishing several components of ordinance and establishing an effective date thereof.
Thank you. Item C, first reading of ordinance number 25-1219, an ordinance of the mayor and council of the city of Douglas, Cochise County, Arizona, authorizing the sale of 3 vacant land parcels with assessors parcels numbers 410-01-005C.
Mayor,
Mayor?
we didn't do the
second.
first read.
The first reading.
First reading.
Oh, I did the first reading. Oh, man, thank you. Thank you, Mrs. Rodriguez. That's why I'm surrounded by intelligent women here to keep me in check. Thank you. May I have a motion to approve the first reading of ordinance 25-1218?
Mayor.
Mr. Shelton?
I move the mayor and council approve the first reading of ordinance number 25-1218 and replace it on the second reading by number and title only.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Motion by Mr. Shelton, second by Mr. Montaño. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Yes.
Councilmember Montaño?
Yes.
Councilmember Shelton?
Yes.
Councilmember Dillon?
Yes.
Councilmember Acosta?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Acosta?
Yes.
Mayor?
Yes, motion passes.
An ordinance of the mayor and council of the city of Douglas, Cochise County, Arizona, authorizing the investment and non-compensation of a portion of the city right of way located on East 16th Street as legally described in Exhibit A to EW Gas and Convenience Real Estate LLC pursuant to the development agreement entered into by the parties, establishing the severability of components of ordinance and establishing an effective date thereof.
Thank you. Now item C. First reading of ordinance number 25-1219, an ordinance of the mayor and council of the city of Douglas, Cochise County, Arizona, authorizing the sale of 3 vacant land parcels with assessors parcels numbers 410-01-005C, 410-01-005B, and 410-01-005D, located around the Douglas Municipal Airport to JW Resources LLC pursuant to terms entered into by the parties, establishing severability of components of ordinance and establishing an effective date thereof. Mr. Pedrosa?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, members of council. 2023, Mayor and council provided direction to negotiate terms of the land sale around the airport to JW Resources LLC. We have submitted a bid of $2,096,000. After much negotiations, the completion of a revised airport layout plan. After much negotiations, plus the completion of a revised airport layout plan, also known as ALP, that is required by UDOT. City and buyer proposed the attached purchase agreement for consideration. The negotiations have been extensive, as you're well aware, and we arrived at just highlighting major points of the purchase agreement of the vacant land around the airport. The sale price is now $2,064,153.17. After, the survey, and the acreage was calculated, we came up with that negotiated price. All cash, $50,000 earnest money. Land around the airport, the land around the airport was determined upon the revised ALP and accepted by UDOT Aeronautics, and is now finalized and accepted. In addition, an approved survey to split the properties from the airport is currently underway, which actually is now finished. And we will update those acreage numbers with the new survey. Parcel 1 is located on the west side of the airport, comprised of about 52.28 acres. Parcel 2, located on the north side of the airport, is 66.118 acres. Parcel 3 on the east side is 318.165 acres. The property also needs to be rezoned after the purchase, consistent with the buyer's proposal that includes the use for commercial, industrial, and hangar home residential. An overlay will be proposed to handle both commercial and hangar residential activities. Mayor and Council, we have a reversion option for this purchase agreement as well if terms are not followed. City is to retain airport operations. We will retain all of the runway, the taxiways, the aprons, the fueling facilities, all airport operations that relate to operating the airport, including the museum as well. And obviously the park. City will retain the ability to charge through the fence agreements for aircraft entering from those hangar homes to the use of the taxiways. So we reserve that right to utilize that tool offered by the FAA to charge through the fence agreements. I will mention that the buyer still has some reservations on this clause and would like to discuss that a little bit more. So we will bring you, if any proposed changes to that on reading number 2. City will only be allowed to sell fuel. We would be the only ones that sell the fuel, controller of the fuel facilities, the buyer to contribute 3.5% or $250,000 of the net proceeds of their sales of JW Resources sales of the property. Whenever they start to develop and sell those parcels, the city would get a contribution back as part of the sale of up to $250,000. This was negotiated back when we were trying to rehabilitate the airport, and instead of them contributing to that to the construction of the runway, we agreed that they would contribute as part of their resale of the property for development. The buyer will be responsible for paying portions and depreciated amounts of outstanding ADOT fencing grants. So there's existing grants over the property that we're trying to sell. There's value in those grants still with the assets that were paid by the state. So they would have to repay back those amounts of the depreciated value of those assets, which is fencing. Most of that is fencing. The buyer is going to pay to intervals to pay $247,193.98 for parcel 1 at the close of escrow, $312,617.80 for parcel 2, 18 months after the close of escrow, and $1.5 million approximately for parcel 3, 36 months after the close of escrow. The second and third cash payment shall come through a promissory note charged with IRS applicable interest. The buyer to develop in phases as well, developing the different parcels. Parcel 1 will include hangar homes, commercial and retail, to include a restaurant. Parcel 2 includes the hangar homes and a clubhouse, and parcel 3 for commercial/industrial uses to be determined. Buyer must commence construction within 18 months of the parcel or phase 1. Within 30 months have commenced the construction of phase 2, and within 54 months commence the construction of phase 3, which is parcel 3. Commence construction, it's important to say that it is defined in the agreement under section 13E as the occurrence of both of the following. 1, obtain permits. 2, commence construction beyond grading a foundation for which construction permit is issued. The buyer and seller will cooperate on easements throughout the property to follow FAA regulations, and buyer is responsible for construction and permit fees. Buyer agrees to also provide an easement for a future AWOS station. That's a weather station that could be installed in the future to provide aircraft ground conditions. Not yet in operation, but certainly it is necessary, and has been identified that it would only be viable to be installed in the property to be sold to the owner. So they have agreed to give us a 500-foot radius around that future AWOS station and protect that zone there from any future build out. City and buyer to enter into development agreement regarding the extension of water and sewer to the new development. City will provide a draft after opening escrow and provide parties to agree before the expiration of the feasibility period. Buyer will also prepare CC&Rs for the property. The city can take back property through this reversion section if any clauses under this section E, F, and M of the purchase agreement are not completed. The land sale around the airport will further enhance activities in the airport with hangar homes and industrial and commercial activities that take place in the parcels. The underutilized land currently around the airport will bring more activity, potentially more hangar rentals, fuel sales, and commercial activities to our city. In addition, this land will now generate property taxes, potentially sales taxes, and some jobs for the community. I will also lastly mention, Mr. Mayor, members of council, that another point of still that buyers want to continue to dialogue on is the structure of the payments, how they're gonna structure the payments in those 3 phases that I mentioned. Those are the only 2 items we've gone back and forth a lot with this sale since 2023. Believe we're very close. It's so close that we feel comfortable bringing to you for first reading, although we have those 2 pending items that we will be discussing and bringing changes, if any, back to you, council, for the second reading. Staff recommends approval of purchase agreement, and I'll be happy to take any questions, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Pedrosa. Very thorough. I think you answered a lot of questions that we didn't even think about. May I have a motion to approve the placement of ordinance 25-1219?
Mayor,
Mr. Acosta,
I move the mayor and council approve placement of ordinance number 25-1218 by number title only.
Second.
Oh, night.
and thank you, and I think we got a second by Mrs. Acosta. Any discussion?
Mayor,
Mr. Shelton and then Mrs. Acosta.
I have been, very supportive of this. And these, individuals have come to Douglas. And they want to be part of Douglas. They want to invest in Douglas. And it's something that, I think, and not too far future, could be very positive for our, community. So I agree with, what has been said tonight. And, the people who seem like they're very honest and very, sincere about coming here, and that they appreciate Douglas, and they just want to be part of the community. And so, I agree with all the things that you said tonight. We still have some, I think, minor questions still to be answered. So that's, that's what I wanted to bring about this subject.
Thank you, Mr. Shelton. Mrs. Acosta?
yes. Thank you, Mayor. I just wanted to, make a statement as far as I know that the community has been hearing about this project for quite some time. It's been a few years that we've been talking about this, but I'm very happy with the information that was presented by Mr. Pedrosa tonight as far as the reversion clause. It's super important for us to make sure that we keep track of those timelines, especially since, a lot of those timelines will be, for future council members to address and ensure that we don't have any speculative investment going on in our community, and that people that do want to come into the community truly want to come in and do the things that they say they're going to do. So I appreciate staff and working so diligently and our legal team with this contract. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Acosta. Anyone else?
Mayor,
Mr. Montaño?
Just a quick question. How much are the taxiway entry fees that is holding kind of this thing up?
Mr. Mayor, Mr. Daniel, we need to do more market analysis as to what others are charging. Very cursory review, it was between $40 and $70 a month. Something to that regard to have, basically it's the convenience of having the taxiway accessible from your home and the runway visibility. So the city having to provide that convenience is what other airports basically charge those defensive units.
Is the taxiway gonna be built by the builder or by the developer?
Mr. Mayor, Mr. Montaño, we would request that they would build those taxiways connecting to our existing taxiway and our runway. So from their home, making their way over to a taxiway. By the way, our agreement also dictates that we would set out where those access points will be based on control of the operation of the airport.
Sounds good. Thank you. That was it.
Anyone else? Well, that's a lot of money that you mentioned that they're looking to invest in Douglas, a lot of construction. So that tells us that we're being talked about, not only, and they're looking to bring other people from the outside. So the special events, all these cultural events are going to be important for people on the outside to come and enjoy. So thank you, Mr. Pedrosa. If there's no other discussion, roll call, please.
Councilmember Rodriguez,
Yes.
Councilmember Montaño,
Yeah.
Councilmember Shelton,
Yes.
Councilmember Dominic,
Yes.
Councilmember Carlson,
Yes.
Mayor Whittemore,
Yes.
Mayor.
Yes, motion passes.
An ordinance of the mayor and council of the city of Douglas, County, Arizona, authorizing the sale of 3 vacant land parcels with the subject parcel numbers of 410-01-005C, 410-01-005B, and 410-01-005B, located around the Douglas Municipal Airport, JW Resources LLC, pursuant to the terms entered into by the parties, establishing severability of components of ordinance and establishing an effective date thereof.
May I have a motion to approve the first reading of ordinance 25-1219?
Mayor,
Mrs. Dillman,
I move that the mayor and council approve the first reading of ordinance number 25-1219 and to place it on second reading by number and title only.
do I have a second?
Second.
Motion by Mrs. Dillman, second by Mrs. Rodriguez. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Councilmember Rodriguez,
Yes.
Councilmember Montaño,
Yes.
Councilmember Shelton,
Yes.
Councilmember Dominic,
Yes.
Councilmember Eppleston,
Yes.
Mayor Whittemore,
Yes.
Mayor.
Yes, motion passes.
Ordinance of the mayor and council of the Douglas County, Arizona, authorizing the 3 vacant land parcels with assessment parcel numbers 410-01-005C, 410-01-005B, and 410-01-005B, located around the Douglas Municipal Airport, JW Resources LLC, pursuant to the terms entered into by the parties, establishing severability of components of ordinance and establishing an effective date thereof.
Thank you. Now on to item D. First reading of ordinance number 25-1220, an ordinance of the mayor and council of the city of Douglas, Cochise County, Arizona, rezoning 2 contiguous parcels of land under common ownership with the Foothills Addition Block 10 from limited commercial LC to general commercial GC, and amending the official zoning district map, establishing severability of components of ordinance and establishing an effective date thereof. Ms. Gonzalez.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, members of the council. The Planning and Zoning Commission met on October 2nd, 2025, and approved a recommendation unanimously to the city council for approval of the proposed rezoning of the 2 contiguous parcels with assessors parcel numbers 40918-067 and 40918-068, located at 1101 and 1105 San Antonio Avenue, a section of Block 10 of the Foothills Addition. This would be an amendment to the zoning district map from limited commercial to general commercial for the 2 contiguous parcels under common ownership at the intersections of East 11th and 12th Streets. The memo says 12th and 13th, so I wanted to make that correction. With North San Antonio Avenue consisting of Block 10 of the East Side Addition, totaling approximately 0.53 acres. This amendment is consistent with both general plan policies and goals, supporting increased activity in the designated community services node, where mixing of uses is encouraged. Staff is recommending approval, and I'll take any questions.
Thank you, Mrs. Gonzalez. Contiguous, thank you. May I have a motion to approve the placement of ordinance 25-1220?
Mayor,
Yes, Mrs. Rodriguez.
I move that the mayor and council approve the placement of ordinance number 25-1220 on its first reading by number and title only.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Motion by Mrs. Rodriguez, second by Mr. Shelton. Any discussion?
Mayor,
Mr. Montaño?
just a quick question. I don't even know if it'll be able to answer. Do we know the reason why the owner is wanting to change from limited commercial to general commercial?
Mr. Montaño, Mr. Mayor, last year staff met with the owner of these parcels and he had a few different ideas or proposals for the use of the existing structures, none of which qualify under the limited commercial zoning. And so the general commercial provides more flexibility for the types of uses that he's interested in.
Okay, thank you.
Any other discussion? Mrs. Urquijo.
Just for the record, the official memo and the agenda packet has been ordered by 2 Street.
Thank you.
That's all.
No discussion, roll call, please.
Councilmember Rodriguez?
Yes.
Councilmember Montaño?
Yes.
Councilmember Johnson?
Yes.
Councilmember Bowman?
Yes.
Councilmember Acosta?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Acosta?
Yes.
Mayor?
Yes, motion passes.
An ordinance of the mayor and council of the city of Douglas, Ocean County, Arizona, zoning 2 contiguous parcels of land and common ownership within the foothills addition 510 from limited commercial LC to general commercial TC. And amending the official zoning map, establishing servability of components of ordinance and establishing an effective date thereof.
Thank you. May I have a motion to approve the first reading of ordinance 25-1220?
Mayor,
Mr. Acosta.
I move that the mayor and council approve the first reading of ordinance number 25-1220 and place it on second reading by number title only.
Have a second?
Second.
Motion by Mr. Acosta, second by Mrs. Dillman. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Councilmember Rodriguez?
Yes.
Councilmember Montaño?
Yes.
Councilmember Johnson?
Yes.
Councilmember Bowman?
Yes.
Councilmember Acosta?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Acosta?
Yes.
Mayor?
Yes, motion passes.
In ordinance of the mayor and council, of the city of Douglas, Ocean County, Arizona, these are rezoning 2 contiguous parcels of land and a common ownership within the Foothills Edition Block 10 from limited commercial LD to general commercial GC and amending the official zoning district map, establishing servability of components of ordinance and establishing an effective date thereof.
Thank you. Item E, first reading of ordinance number 25-1221, an ordinance of the mayor and council of the city of Douglas, Cochise County, Arizona, rezoning parcel of land located at 1915 East 10th Street from limited commercial LC to general commercial GC and amending the official zoning district map, establishing severability of components of ordinance and establishing an effective date thereof. Ms. Gonzalez.
Mr. Mayor, members of the council, again, the Planning and Zoning Commission met on October 2nd, 2025, and approved unanimously a recommendation to the city council for approval of the proposed rezoning of this parcel with assessor's parcel number 409180001E, located at 1915 East 10th Street. This would be an official amendment to the zoning districts map from limited commercial to general commercial. The parcel is located near the intersections of 10th Street and North San Antonio Avenue, and it consists of approximately 0.25 acres. This rezone is also consistent with general plan goals and policies supporting increased activity in a designated community services node, where commercial use, both limited and general, is encouraged. Staff is recommending.
Thank you. May I have a motion to approve the placement of ordinance 25-1221?
Mayor,
Mr. Montaño.
move that the mayor and council approve the placement of ordinance number 25-1221 on its first reading by number and title only.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Motion by Mr. Montaño, second by Mrs. Dillman. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Councilmember Rodriguez?
Yes.
Councilmember Montaño?
Yes.
Councilmember Johnson?
Yes.
Councilmember Bowman?
Yes.
Councilmember Acosta?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Acosta?
Yes.
Mayor?
Yes, motion passes.
Ordinance of the mayor and council of the city of Douglas, Cochise County, Arizona, rezoning parcels of land located at 1915 East 10th Street from limited commercial LC to general commercial GC and amending the official zoning district map, establishing severability of components of ordinance and establishing an effective date thereof.
Thank you. May I have a motion to approve the first reading of ordinance 25-1221?
Mayor,
Mrs. Dillman.
I move that the mayor and council approve the first reading of ordinance number 25-1221 and place it on its second reading by number and title only.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Motion by Mrs. Dillman, second by Mr. Shelton. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Councilmember Rodriguez?
Yes.
Councilmember Fontaine?
Yes.
Councilmember Shelton?
Yes.
Councilmember Bowman?
Yes.
Councilmember Acosta?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Acosta?
Yes.
Mayor?
Yes, motion passes.
In order for the mayor and council of the city of Douglas, Cochise County, Arizona, rezoning parcel of land located at 1915 East Hudson from limited commercial office, general commercial GC. And amended the official zoning district map, establishing severability of components of ordinance and establishing an effective date thereof.
Thank you. Item F, first reading of ordinance 25-1222, an ordinance of the mayor and council of the city of Douglas, Cochise County, Arizona, adopting the document filed with the city clerk and entitled 2025 amendments to Article 7, supplementary district regulations, signs, by reference to amend certain provisions of the Douglas Municipal Code relating to supplementary district regulations on signs, establishing severability of components of ordinance, and establishing an effective date thereof. You've been busy, Ms. Gonzalez.
Mayor, members of the council. So again, this was an item that the planning and zoning commission met on to discuss and recommend approval for on October 2nd, 2025. The proposed amendments to the Douglas Municipal Code of Article 7 to update the existing sign regulations to better reflect modern signage practices and industry standards. The current sign code is limited to 2 sign types with standards for height and square footage that no longer align with contemporary needs. Staff has observed an increase in inquiries and requests for signage that exceed existing regulations, often requiring special use permits. The frequent exceptions highlight the need to reevaluate the code to ensure that it remains functional, fair, and adaptable to evolving sign practices. The proposed amendment seeks to support economic development, promote fair and consistent standards, enhance community character, improve public safety and wayfinding, and align with contemporary practices. Potential revisions include, but are not limited to, increasing allowable sign height and area and providing a greater flexibility in the number and types of permitted signs. And staff is recommending that.
Thank you. May I have a motion to approve the placement of ordinance 25-1222?
Mayor,
Mrs. Rodriguez.
I move that the mayor and council approve the placement of ordinance number 25-1222 by number and title only.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Motion by Mrs. Rodriguez, second by Mr. Acosta. Any discussion? I'm just curious, Ms. Gonzalez, when was this code either created or last updated?
The code was adopted in 2008, Mr. Mayor, and so we have had a lot of renewed interest in development within our city due to the new port of entry, and so we are getting many requests for special use permits, 2 of which were approved at the Planning and Zoning Commission meeting on October 2nd. One was for the Burger King location. Another one was for formerly Border Mart, now Marathon. So we are seeing more inquiries come in as the development begins to take place. And so we want to increase not only the size, the height limit, the area restrictions, but also allow for more flexibility of sign types. So if you can see in the graphic here, these are all examples of different signs that we would like to include in our new regulations or flexibilities. And this just demonstrates current sign standards in other municipalities, especially the greater metropolitan areas.
Thank you. It's important to keep up with the time, so that could be an incentive for businesses to want to come down. Thank you. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Councilmember Rodriguez,
Yes.
Councilmember Devaney,
Yes.
Councilmember Shelton,
Yes.
Councilmember Zillmer,
Yes.
Councilmember Acosta,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Acosta.
Is she connected still?
Mayor Pro Tem Acosta,
I think she just.
Mayor.
Yes, motion passes.
An ordinance of the mayor and council of the city of Douglas, Cochise County, Arizona, adopting the documents filed with the city clerk entitled 2025 amendments to Article 7, supplementary district regulations files, by reference to amend certain provisions of the Douglas Municipal Code relating to supplementary regulations on signs, establishing severability of components of ordinance and establishing an effective date thereof.
Thank you. May I have a motion to approve the first reading of ordinance 25-1222?
Mayor,
Mr. Montaño.
I move that the mayor and council approve the first reading of ordinance number 55-1222 and place it on the second reading by number and title only.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Motion by Mr. Montaño, second by Mr. Shelton. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Councilmember Rodriguez,
Yes.
Councilmember Montaño,
Yes.
Councilmember Johnson,
Yes.
Councilmember Blumer,
Yes.
Councilmember Acosta,
Yes.
Mayor Acosta,
She's up.
Mayor.
Thank you. Yes, motion passes.
An ordinance of the mayor and council of the city of Douglas, Cochise County, Arizona, adopting the document filed with the city clerk and entitled 2025 amendments to Article 7, supplementary district regulations signed by reference to the necessary provisions of the Douglas Municipal Code relating to supplementary district regulations on signs, establishing severability of proposed ordinance and establishing an effective date thereof.
Thank you. We already did item G, so we'll move on to item 11, city manager reports. Mrs. Urquijo.
Thank you, Mayor, members of the council. Some great momentum on big projects with today's agenda. Makes things very exciting and continues us moving in a very positive direction with many of the provisions that have been established. I know it was longer, but we have 6 resolutions and 7 ordinances that are helping us move along. I'll start off with the downtown streetscape project. We are pleased to share an update on the progress of this policy priority. The RFP was published on September 13th. Originally scheduled to close October 9th at 4 p.m., but we extended that to allow additional times for questions and responses from our contractors. The submission deadline has been extended to Thursday, October 16th at 2 p.m. The pre-bid meeting was held on September 30th and was well attended with a total of 12 participants, including contractors and city staff. 2 addenda have already been posted on the city's website, and the 3rd addendum will be released soon. Please note that the last day for interested contractors to submit questions is Tuesday, October 7th, which was yesterday at 2 p.m. All inquiries must have been directed to our areas through the procurement process as listed in the RFP document. One of the things that's very exciting as part of this program is that we'll be able to suggest and offer programs. We're working on some potential grant opportunities for our merchants to be able to address things as a one and done as we go through the 3 blocks to take care of sidewalks and infrastructure. It's primarily the infrastructure portion of those 3 blocks, but be able to also offer assistance with perhaps some ramps or ADA or even some of the exciting signage opportunities that we saw just a bit ago. So one thing leads to another, and we are working on some other issues to bring back for merchants to have the opportunity as well. We also have the Ross Grand opening, as was mentioned, Saturday, 8:45. With the ribbon cutting, and we hope to see many of you there. CDBG, our current project underway is 15th Street sidewalk curb and gutter update from Washington to Airport Park or Airport Road. Plans are completed for this project and forms have been ordered, so you'll see some activity there soon. Our new well 18 at 15th Street Park or Joe Cossey Park. Traffic control was set up on the north side of 15th Street from Estrella to 8th Avenue. To actually go through all of the pump tests. We had step rate pump tests last week and a continuous 24-hour pump test as well. Demobilization is ongoing and video and other tests are still due and underway. Upon receiving those results from all the testing, we will begin to bid out the equipping of the well. As far as our asphalt plant, footings are scheduled for testing this week. However, I understand there is some rain coming, so that might be impacted again, which is why we were held up on the last schedule for footings. Staff will be also updating the street maintenance plan as a result of the new plant, and we will keep our schedules uploaded to our project pages on the website but I will also continue to provide those updates at future meetings as part of the reports. As far as the annexation recently for, annexation information, asphalt millings happened based on 100th Street so that the trash trucks could go through the road, running those routes easier. Those are all temporary things, but more have to come. And as far as annexation, since I'm on that topic, I will coordinate that meeting with Cochise County on the recent questions that came up, and we will produce a city council report on that topic as well. Boys and Girls Club, the first phase of architect plans are being reviewed by the Boys and Girls Club of Sierra Vista for required changes to the call center area, where they will be operating. Proposed plans are focused on still a January start date in a different designated area. The call center is a temporary phased approach until our upgrades are completed and MOUs come to mayor and council as well as their board in Sierra Vista to have all of our agreements finalized before construction begins. New branch awards, we have recently been awarded RERC EPA grant, which stands for the Recreation Economy for Rural Communities. This is a technical assistance grant only by the EPA. It doesn't necessarily have a dollar amount. They will provide subject matter experts and teams to guide us on more recreational economy, bike paths, connector pathways in the community, things like that. So we will continue to provide updates. We were one of 25 selected small rural communities to receive the support, and it builds capacity with a limited staff, but provides an excellent resource for our ability to move forward into future grant applications as well. And because we have everything done, we will host a snack bag event tomorrow in the area of the transfer station on West 9th Street, specifically 90 West 9th Street, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. tomorrow, October 9th. We will provide both the snack and the bags, and 6 per vehicle will be allowed. One more announcement, we have the governor's office is hosting the next Douglas AMA Groundwater User Advisory Council meeting Thursday the 16th from 1 to 3. They generally have pulled it here, but this time it will be a virtual option only. You have not been given the link, but it is open to the public, and any interested parties may contact the city manager's office for a link, but we will also provide it through our website in case anyone is interested. Those are my updates. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Urquijo. Item 12, future agenda item request from mayor and council. Council, is there any?
Mayor,
Mrs. Dillman.
I have a request for a future agenda item. I am curious how the animal shelter is doing. And I would like to request a reporter presentation on that. And if it could include what's the capacity of the animal shelter, what's the adoption process, are there any incentives to adopt, like free shots, spay and neuter? Are there events to promote the adoptions, and are there also low cost spay and neuter clinics for the public?
Thank you, if we could get that.
Yeah.
Thank you. Look at you, Mrs. Dillman. First you were nervous and now you're going full steam. We love it. Any other council members? Hearing none. Item 13, adjournment. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Mayor,
Mrs. Rodriguez.
I move to adjourn.
Do I have a second?
Okay.
Motion by Mrs. Rodriguez, second by Mr. Montaño. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any nays? Ayes have it. We adjourn at 7:38.
Have a good night, you guys.
I will enjoy.